What do the World Series and the energy industry have in common? Well, thanks to Jim Crane, the owner of the Houston Astros, quite a lot. Let's talk about it. Welcome to this special World Series edition of It's Monday. What's Jonathan thinking? Welcome, everyone, to another episode of It's Monday. What's Jonathan thinking? So, the World Series and the energy industry. Not exactly two topics you would think to tie together. But thanks to Houston's Jim Crane, there's actually quite a neat connection. And when you put Jim Crane's career up against the career of the Philadelphia Phillies owner, John Middleton, well, you actually get the rags to riches story of Jim Crane's career against John Middleton's more silver spoonish kind of story. This World Series is as much a story about the amazing teams on the field as it is about the owners behind them. Middleton was born into money. His family owned a tobacco company called, well, the John Middleton Company. They were a Philadelphia retail tobacco shop that evolved into a manufacturer and marketer of pipe tobacco and cigars. But hey, I'll give credit where credit's due. Despite the silver spoon, the well-educated junior John Middleton turned his family fortune from $200 million when he became chairman of the board to its final enterprise valuation at the time of sale to Altria for $2.9 billion. Not a bad story. It's about a 1,350% return on enterprise value. Well done. But then there's Mr. Crane's story. Nothing against silver spoons, but this story is a little more inspiring to me. Per an article in Forbes just a few days ago, in 1984, after working jobs in the insurance and freight forwarding businesses, then 30-year-old Crane borrowed $10,000 from his sister and founded what would become Eagle Global Logistics in Houston. Crane handled the details himself, and the business made money in its first month. More than 2 decades later, in 2007, he sold the company to Apollo Global Management in a leveraged buyout, pocketing more than $300 million. I'll let you do the math on that one. It's a slightly bigger number. A year after that, Crane launched another logistics business called Crane Worldwide Logistics. It boasts an estimated $1.6 billion in gross annual revenue today. In addition to this, Crane took his profits from EGL and formed Crane Capital Group. He also became a director and shareholder in Western Gas Holdings, LLC, the general partner in Western Gas Partners, LP, a midstream, mainly pipelines and natural gas gathering assets energy company, operating in the southeastern Rocky Mountain region and southern mid-continent area, Oklahoma and Texas, of the United States. Also, Crane Capital Group invests in gas lines and freight shipping ports in the Russian Federation and the People's Republic of China. Western Gas Holdings and Western Gas Partners were acquired by Anadarko Petroleum. Crane is also the majority shareholder in Crane Worldwide Logistics, chairman of the board for Cargojet and a director of both Nabors Industries and natural gas company Western Midstream. And it's because of his affiliation with Crane Capital Group that my world indirectly connected with Mr. Crane. Crane Capital Group were the majority owners, along with EDF Trading, of retail energy provider Champion Energy. Champion was sold to my former employer, Calpine, at the end of 2015 for about $240 million. I'm guessing everyone did all right on that one. I had the great pleasure of working with the team down at Champion when one of my former employers was also purchased by Calpine in early 2017. And while I didn't get to meet Mr. Crane directly, I met a lot of the people he surrounds himself with. As to be expected, they were all a pretty impressive bunch. You know, we have a lot of heroes in our industry and in the business world in general. A lot of bright minds who challenge the status quo and dare to say, I think I can do this. Or, I'm pretty sure I can solve that problem in a better way. I only know of Mr. Crane from what I've read through publications, but he sounds like a pretty stand-up guy, and I think someone to look up to. At CG Infinity, and especially in the energy and utilities practice, we get to be around these amazing minds every day. It's inspiring and kind of an honor to be the technology partner that enables these businesses. And as for the World Series, I wish only the best for both teams. You can't just meander your way into a World Series game. But as for me, well, I'm betting on the team whose owner turned $10,000 into $200 million. Now that's an amazing story to tell. Thanks for watching my show this morning. As always, you can like, subscribe, and comment, all for free on my YouTube channel. And you can follow me on LinkedIn. This week, I'll be joining my amazing energy and utility practice crew in Austin, Texas, for the Energy Professional Association's annual conference. If you're going, don't miss an incredible workshop we are putting together on how to de-risk IT projects. I can't wait to catch up with my friends and colleagues in this amazing industry, and I can't wait to see you next Monday for another episode of It's Monday. What's Jonathan thinking?
There goes the runner, fly ball down the right field line. Tucker comes on. Kyle Tucker, this time they finish the job. The Houston Astros, world champions.